Hello, welcome back. In this video, I want to talk about how to communicate with men effectively. Women, hear this. I'm talking to the women right now. Women, hear this. How to talk to your husband or how to talk to your man effectively. Now, the thing is, men are not this communication. They are not this. They are not active in communication. They're not the communicative type. Okay, right? They're only communicative if they are hanging out with their friends, having one or two bottles of beer, or those that drink having one or two bottles of beer, or having some activities they do together. They can be very communicative. You get me right? But naturally, men are not this communicative type. They like to, they are very reserved kind of people. You get me right? They are very reserved kind of people. But as a man, as a woman, you want to know how you can communicate with your man effectively. It is very, very important. I always tell people in my videos, my previous videos, maybe you could go check my previous videos on communication. Just search communication on this channel. You get to see some videos I talk about. I talk about communication a lot on this video. If you can go and search on my videos, my channel. You get to see videos on communication. Now, like I said, men don't like to communicate that much. They are kind of reserved people. So if women hear this, if you want to talk to your husband, there are some certain things you need to put in place so that there'll be free flow on communication. Because communication is very, very important in every relationship, in every marriage. Yes, take that from me. Very, very important. As a matter of fact, after love in a relationship, communication and understanding follows. Yes, it follows. It's very, very important. That important. Now I'm going to give you like let's say like 5 or 6 ways in which you can approach your man effectively, communicate with your man effectively, so that there will be smooth, there will be a smooth relationship, there will be smooth bonding, because communication actually creates bonding. When this partner talks about some certain things, this other partner talks about some certain things, you communicate together, you'll be, it brings about faster solution to certain problems in the relationship or in the marriage. Okay, right? So now the number one I'm going to say is keep it direct and clear. Yes, keep it direct and clear. Like I said, men don't like communicating that much. You get me? So if you want to talk to your man, just keep it simple, keep it direct, just throw it at him, tell him what the issue is directly, and make it clear to him, make him understand. Drive your points, drive your facts very, very well. Make him understand that yes, this is what I want to talk about, this is what I want to do. Let it be plain. Don't beat around the bush. Some women, before they communicate, before they talk to their husband or let their husband some certain things, they will beat around the bush, trying to bribe their way into the conversation, so that the man will will receive it. Receiving it will not be like you're just throwing you're just forcing him to do what he's not willing to do. You get me right? So just keep your communication clean, clear, and direct, so that there will not be the recipient, that is the man receiving the message you are trying to pass along, will receive it in a good, in a good mood. Because mood is all about that matters. It's all that matters in communication. When the recipient or the person receiving your message is not in a good mood, the response it might likely give out might not be what you want to hear. Yes, that's just the truth. Timing is very, very important. Timing is very, very important. When your man, let me give you this scenario. When your man goes to work in the morning and comes back late at night, and you just see him and you just bump into him. Sometimes it could be out of missing the person. Probably you just see the person, you are happy seeing the person, and you just begin to throw questions, throw comments, throw everything at him without allowing him to relax. Sometimes it could be you're missing the person, that's why you're doing such a thing. But on the other hand, timing is very, very important. You should, when he comes back from work, allow him to relax. You get me right? Allow him to relax, allow him to take a shower, allow him to eat comfortably before throwing some conversations with him, or having some conversations with him. Because time is very important. You can just throw some conversations with him and he might not receive it well at his end. You get me right? Yes, he might receive it in a bad way, that his responses may not be what will please you. So that is why timing is very, very important. Even if he's not coming back even if it's not about work, maybe coming back from work late at night, you see him very busy in something, with something doing at home, or in an environment you're with him, and you have this burden in you that you want to tell him something about, then you should have this proper time. You should study the time, observe your environment, observe some certain things, that before you throw that question at him, before you ask him some certain things, or before you make that suggestion or comments and you whatever you want to say to him. Get me right? So timing is very, very important so that the recipient will receive your message in a good mood. Men like honesty. Yes, men like honesty. A woman who is honest, receives a greater reward. A woman who is not honest, have a place in a man's heart. Get me right? So you will not want to be a person who is a dishonest person, and you say you want to have good communication with your husband. No, it's not going to take you seriously. Yes, it's not going to take you seriously, because you are living the kind of thing he has with you in his mind is not what it ought to be. I don't know if you understand the point I'm trying to drive at, because every good woman has a place in a man's heart. Get me right? That's just the fact. Every good man has a place in a man's heart. But when a woman is trying to be dishonest, a woman is trying to have some certain bad characters, it's going to affect the relationship. It's going to affect that place, that is reserved for you. That's going to affect that space that is reserved for you in his heart. Yes, I'm telling you for the facts, the true facts. So honesty is very, very important. Clear intentions is very, just make your intentions clear. Don't try to be manipulative. Men don't like manipulative people. Another thing I want to say is communication is interwoven. When I mean communication is interwoven, in as much as you want to be listened to, you should also have a listening ear to whatever somebody is trying to say. Don't be the person that's always sending out the message but doesn't want to receive message. The measure, as long as you are listening, you should be able to also receive. You have something to tell your husband, you have something to tell your boyfriend, you have something to make comments on, you have something to make suggestions on. You've said you've given your opinion, you've given your suggestions. It's now time for you to listen to what he has to say. Don't go about just talking. Men don't like that kind of communication skills. That is a bad communication skill. Yes, it's a bad communication skill. A good communication involves the sender and the receiver. Get me right? You send the message, the person receives the message, and when there is a response, then it's a good communication. Now the message now determines, the message you send now determines the response you receive. Get me right? So sending bad messages will definitely, of course, bring about bad responses. So a good communication is a sender sending a good message to the receiver, and the receiver in turn receives it and send at the equivalent to what the sender has sent. It's a good communication. So men like good communication skills. Men like to be talked in a very calm, soft way that can pick a pieces of attention in their heart or in their mind. Another thing I would like to say is love and appreciate your man, no matter how he is, no matter the effort he's trying to put. Every man who loves his wife, who loves his girlfriend, who loves his fiancé, who like to put effort in the relationship and in the marriage. Cherish that effort. Men like to be appreciative. Men like to be appreciated. Men like to be loved. Men like to be taken care of. Men like to be drawn close to women, like to be pampered. Get me right? So when you do all this, you are trying to build that connection. The connection between you and that man will become stronger, because the man will believe that there's a place in your heart for him, and not just the relationship. The relationship is all about just living together, just communicating together. You truly care about him. You truly love about him. When you show these skills, then the man will in turn give himself to you. Definitely give himself to you. That is why I advise people, learn how to have good characters in relationship, in marriage. The things that these things are not good for relationship, forget about them, throw them off, work on them. If you need a therapist, go to a therapy session, have it removed in your life, because it's going to affect your relationship. So good communication skills involve both parties connecting. There must be a connection. There must be a smooth connection. If you want to have a peaceful home, there must be a smooth connection, and that smooth connection will bring about peace, love, even prosperity. As far as that, get me right? Because when two people are born together trying to achieve a positive thing, it brings about prosperity. That is just the fact. Another one I want to say is avoid assumptions. Many people do this a lot. Yes, many people do this a lot. You assume something, that sometimes you think something in your head and you think you have already told the person. And when you see the person doesn't respond to what you are thinking in your head, not that you have said it, you're thinking it in your head. When the person doesn't respond, you think that the person is ignoring you, or neglecting you or looking down on your suggestions, opinions, and whatever you have or whatever you think you have said to him. Get me right? So avoid assumptions. Don't assume this person knows about this. Maybe so probably there are certain things happening in your relationship, certain things happening in your marriage, and you just assume, okay, he's aware of this or he knows about this. Don't assume. If you know there's something bothering you, tell it to him. Make sure don't assume it in your head and feel that you've told him. Open your mouth and tell him, let him know about it, let him be aware of it. Don't assume that he knows about it. He might likely not know anything about it because his mind might be occupied with something else, and you think he knows about these things, and it's going to cause a problem in the relationship or in the marriage. So stop assuming. If there's anything you want to table to the matter, tell him for the fact, so that there'll be corrections, there'll be work will, you guys will connect together, you guys will bond together to solve that particular problem. Get me right? So assuming things cause a problem, and it's a negative communication skill, it's a bad communication skills. Men don't like that. Once they find out that you're fond of doing that, you're fond of throwing shades when definitely there's nothing to shade about, it's going to cause a big problem. They'll try to lose trust in you. They try to look like a somebody who's trying to be manipulative. Get me right? Making them feel like they are not their they are not in their well-being, whereas you're the one at fault, assuming things that he ordinarily doesn't know about. That is just a thing. The last one I'm going to say is communication style. Understanding his communication style. Yes, everybody has his own way of communicating. The way I communicate can be different from the way somebody else communicates. Women should understand this. Understand that women are the kind of people, they talk a lot. They like to gist a lot. They like to have conversations almost all the time. And men are not like that. Men are not built like that. So trying to make him be what you are is going to be a big problem. It's possible. It's definitely possible, but it's going to take time. Get me right? It's going to take time. At a point in time, you might be in a relaxed position and you want to communicate with him, but on the other hand, him is not in a relaxed position. Maybe he's definitely thinking about one or two things, and you think you feel like this is the best time to communicate with him, but on his own end, it's not the best time because he has so many things bothering him at that particular time. You get me right? So you girls should understand, you ladies should understand that everybody is built differently. Everybody has different communication skills, different communication style. The way he wants to be communicated to about something things is not the way you communicate it to him, and definitely he might not receive it the way you want it. That is just the fact. So I always preach this understanding. When you understand your partner, you know about your partner a lot, you can be able to address some certain situations in the manner that it will go well. Because the end goal of every communication is to achieve results. It's to be listened to, it's to be adhered to. Communication without responses is dead. It's not a communication. It's not an effective communication. That's just it. So these are the things I want to say about how to communicate effectively with a man. What women should know about certain things in a man. So if you've not watched previous of my videos, go and watch previous of my videos. Go watch previous of my videos. Share the video. Drop your likes. Drop your comments. I'll be happy to see you drop your comments. Drop your likes. Subscribe to this channel, so that let's build this community together, let's grow together. See you on my next one. Bye.